So when deploying rich media, you also need to define who does what. Do you want to own all of your content and the scheduling of that deploying, the retiring of content, the overriding of old content with new? So we have to define who does what. And are you going to control all of it and have all your people do everything internally or externally? So if you go in a colo environment where you control all the hardware, but you're responsible for everything from network power and hardware replacement through content on up, or you go with an outsourced provider that does that for you, everything below your content, you want to define legally and technically who does what. So find a provider that gives you the access you need, and then you define which of your players have access to the server. So ideally you want to find someone that's going to give you root access to your servers. It's not fun to deploy content if you have to have someone else do it because you don't have root to your box. So get root access. So root gives you, that's the keys to the house. Okay. Now once you've got that, who's going to create the content? Is it you? Is it a third party somewhere else? Or again, is it your customers creating content, uploading videos or sample commercials, whatever? So how are they going to get that content there? You got to plan for storage on that. Who approves the content? Who verifies the legal authenticity of it, etc. And then when something breaks, who calls who? You don't want to call into a pool of people that have no idea who you are or what your configuration is. Ideally, you want to talk to an account manager, okay, or a lead tech, or have access to that person very, very quickly. Okay? So if you have a single person, you want to call up one person, you want to have one throat to choke. So one phone number to call 24/7 to make sure that your issues are handled quickly. It's important that you know the response time guarantees. How long before someone answers the phone? How long before someone gets you to a tech? How long before your problem is beginning to be addressed? And a little personal advice, don't fall under the hype of, we can fix your problem in X amount of time. Because no one can determine in advance what your problem is and guarantee they can fix it in an hour or 2 hours, because it could be a very complex operating system bug or a piece of code that has to be reviewed. How long it takes to fix something is not known until the problem has been properly diagnosed. It's like saying, a doctor saying, I can cure you in 7 days of your ills. What if I've got cancer? What if I've got something else? You know, it could be a headache, it could be a death-causing disease, okay? So don't let a provider tell you they can fix your problem in a certain amount of time, because they're just lying, to be totally honest, you know? So we want to start working on the problem, and to increase the likelihood of that problem being fixed, you want to go with someone that knows what they're doing, a specialist on the operating system or the content or the code, the third-party tool. There's lots of platforms out there, ColdFusion, Ruby on Rails, PHP, ASP.NET. So whatever you focus on as a delivery platform that runs on top of your operating system, make sure you're working with a specialist, whether it's the hosting company or a third-party coder or your own internal resources. Make sure that they can respond quickly to your needs, because when you have that Oprah effect, or that Slashdot or that Dig effect, you need to have access to them right away.